Good to see you fellas again.
Yo!
Hey, all right. Beers and bets. We're here for the Week 12 preview. We got about 6 games on Sunday we're going to do picks for. Then we'll get into it.
Starting to get good, boys.
Yep.
Starting to get to that
coming down the home stretch. Home stretch time.
We're in the final stretch now. And that's why the Colts are winning. They're staying within 3 on Sunday. Better believe it. I said it here first. I ain't going to lie.
Hold your tongue. We're going to get to that game in just a second. That's the first one on our list. But just a quick rundown.
For this
Blue
here. This is from our boy Cal.
Yeah.
He lives up in Buffalo, but the Lou. Yeah, good hoodie, man. He's
Kyle, not Shanahan.
Seahawks. No, not Shanahan. No.
Yep.
This hoodie, there would be like no back to it because it gives up halfway through making it.
Yeah, shout out to my brother for letting me borrow his hat. This is his disc golf sponsor, Raw.
There you
Rolling
go, Brad.
Papers.
There we go.
Smokes a lot of pot.
Hey, Warthog,
plays a lot of frisbee golf.
I don't have anything exciting.
No shout outs. All right, man.
Yep.
All right, so what do we got?
Well, we got our picks in those 6 Sunday games, and then we're going to do our regular locks of the week, dogs of the week, hungry dogs, fantasy player / matchup, and first red zone touchdown, our favorite.
We're gonna hit it this week.
So let's just hit the ground running. Jimmy, you mentioned this. Buccaneers are 3-point favorites in Indianapolis against the Colts. I have the total at 53 here as of this morning. And the Bucs are going to cover the 3-point spread. This time last year, the Bucs really started rolling. They won their last 6 regular season games going into the playoffs last year. I could see something similar happen where the Bucs really just start rolling through teams this time of year. So 3 points. I'm not worried about the Bucs winning by more than 3 points. They could win by as many as 20.
It's in Indy.
Yeah, I was going to go to this game, dude. I just didn't want to spend all Thanksgiving weekend driving because I would have drove down to my dad's for 5 hours and then 5 hours to Indy and then another like 9 or 10 back to Kansas City.
Yeah,
it just sounded rough. You know,
you could have flown.
I could have flown, but even then, it would have been It would have been a pain because it's not like I can fly to my dad's.
Right, that's what
I would have had to drive here and then drive to St. Louis, fly from St. Louis. It would have been dope.
That's a great place if they're, you ever get a shot watching a game at Indy. I've been there for a Broncos game, and it's a real fun place to watch a game.
Yeah, Jimmy, what's your pick?
I think they stay within 3, dude, and I'm saying that too to be contrarian because I think it's just fun. But I just think the way they're running the ball right now, man, that's fine. I think they're running the ball pretty good right now, and I think it'll be a telling game too. I think it's like a pretty important game for Indy, to kind of get a gauge on where they're at. Because like you said, if this is a point in the year when Brady and them are going to start doing what they do, and we know it, they probably will. But if there's been a lot of games this year where the Colts are like, man, this is a test, and I don't think they're going to pass it. And they've kind of passed, and they did it to Buffalo with flying colors. So I don't know. I think it'll be a good game. I really am excited for that game. That'll be one of the better ones this Sunday. So, but I'll say Indy +3.
It'll be nice. All right, Brad, what do you got? You like the under?
Of course. I do like the under. Tampa's only hit that over once in the last 5 games. And I really think Tampa, if they get up, they're going to control this entire game. I think Taylor's run of 100 yards and a touchdown ends. He's not going to beat that record this week.
Yeah.
He and LT are tied for like most consecutive weeks.
Oh yeah,
and,
I got him, man.
Vita Vea, I even heard was limited at practice, so I feel like that's a good sign.
Yeah. He wanted to play last week. He was doing pregame warmups like he was going to play last week.
Right. It's just you look at the teams they've played. Yeah, they beat Buffalo, but Buffalo's kind of weird right now. Before that, they beat the Jags and the Jets before losing to Tennessee.
Yeah.
So it's
Tennessee at that point probably still had Henry, right?
That would have been Halloween that they played on Halloween. So I think he might have been gone already.
Okay. Yeah. Well then, either way. I mean, that's fair. Whatever. I mean, Tennessee
kind of a little side bet on this game. Let's all take a pick at this. Jonathan Taylor over under 70 yards rushing. I'm going to go under. I say he has 20 carries for
like
40 yards.
I say like 63 yards or something like that. I could see.
I just think, It's gonna.
I just think Wentz is playing a lot better than what we thought. Kind of. I think.
I mean,
he's been like the game manager that he was, but yeah, he's done it really good. And the way the O-line's playing, and now they're getting more healthy. I think it's going to be a tight game, but maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
I think the under. Yeah, it's going to be. I think probably the under would be better.
Okay. Hold on, we got a little bit of disruption
I just
here.
look back to the few games where Taylor's I
Yeah,
think we're okay.
Okay. Yep, we're back. All right, let's move on to another exciting game on Sunday. Titans at Pats. Pats are favored by 7
it's a good
at
matchup.
home. Over-under is set low at 43.5. Jimmy, let's go to you first. What do you think about this Titans-Pats game?
I think New England wins the game, and I think that it's going to be a fun game to watch. It would really, again, be cool if Henry was healthy because he'd be not for Mo's sake, because I'm glad in the fantasy league that he's out.
Yeah.
But,
Cheers to that.
But I'll drink to that one. But I think the Titans stay within 7, man. I think that's a little high for this game. I know Henry is out, but I know the Patriots are tough, and it's in New England, which you never know if the Wi-Fi is going to go out in the headsets or whatever might go down there. But I think they can stay within 7. That seems a little too high for me.
I hope it rains again and Vrabel looks like a wet dog out there all day for the second weekend in a row, because he was pretty funny to look at when they were losing to the Texans.
Pretty depressing.
That eliminated me from the damn.
Oh shit!
Yeah. But dude, it was a good day because I almost put up 200 in a standard fantasy league, which I've never put up 200 before. Dude.
I don't remember me ever doing that either.
In a standard league, PPR, I've done it, but that's not. I mean, it's kind of easy, really. But yeah.
All right, Brad, Titans, Pats. What's your pick?
I like New England. I think Bill, he knows Vrabel's 2 for 2 against, he's got them both times they've played.
Yep.
Patriots are 5 straight wins now?
Didn't Vrabel knock them out of the playoffs a few years ago?
So
you said Bell, they're 2-0
both times. Both times they've played.
Vrabel's got.
He's got him once in the playoffs and once in the regular season.
Yeah.
Okay, right on.
But in New England, as well, it's not like it was all.
And that was Tom Brady's last game, right? As a Patriot.
I don't think AJ Brown plays again, and it comes down to it's that defense for the Patriots is loaded, giving up the fewest points against anybody, and I don't know. Julio might be back. I don't really see him as a game changer anymore.
Yep.
Especially without AJ Brown.
You mentioned the injuries, and that's what the reason I'm going with the pick I have. I like the under 43.5 here because if there's no Derrick Henry, no Julio Jones, maybe no AJ Brown. So how many points can the Titans score? I don't see the Titans scoring more than like 17 points if they have a decent day. Yeah. And, the Patriots aren't trying to blow people out. They're just trying to run the ball, have solid possessions. So I like the under here.
And one that, again, that's where running the ball, because the way the Patriots, I feel like, are going to win, and they will win, I think, this game, but they're going to run, because the Jags kind of ran through, who'd the Titans play last week? The Texans.
The Texans. They were able to move the ball. Had a merging game.
Like he had a couple of runs where it's just like, what the fuck? Like, you can't give that up right there. And they were. So, the under could be a good bet here, because it will be, like you said, I don't know if the Titans in New England are getting over 17 against Belichick. I just don't know about that.
My only worry with that is if Tannehill starts pushing it late and starts throwing all these picks again, New England, I feel like
easy scores for New England.
That their defense could cause it to hit the over.
Yeah, they're big on that. Get a touchdown after the pick. Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you score 9 touchdowns?
Another good noon game we got. We got Steelers at Bengals. Bengals are 3.5 point favorites. Over under set at 45. Brad, this AFC North matchup, who do you like here?
I'm loving Cincy 3.5. Steelers defense is not as good as people think it is. They're giving up almost 400 yards a game, 23 points. I think the way Mixon's been playing, I think that offense is just too much to deal with. We don't know if TJ Watt will be back. I'm taking the Bengals, and I think they kind of established themselves as kind of the lead contender against the Ravens.
I got the same thing. I got Bengals -3.5. Jimmy, what do you got?
I like the under in this one.
Okay.
They already met earlier in the year. It's 24-10 Bengals. And I don't really see a
that was
difference in the
11
game.
points under this current total.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't see anything in this game that tells me different. And just for who wins it, I don't know. I think it'll be a good game. But I think the Cincinnati probably does win this.
Okay.
one.
All right. I'm excited to watch that one. I'll be pulling for
They're
Burrow.
going to be a good game, man. Yeah.
That's a very telling game. Well, I feel like,
the Steelers, if they lose that, the Steelers could be a team you'd say like, I'm kind of sure they're not going to make the playoffs now.
If they win it, then everyone's like, well, is Burrow for like, are they, dude, it is a really telling game. Yeah. Like Brett or whoever said that. Cause it is like, dude, if they win it, then it kind of flips the whole, and that's what Pittsburgh's kind of done that all year. They've won games where you're like, well, what the fuck? Are they good or not? And then they'll get blown out by or whatever.
And we'll get to the Browns. We'll get to the Browns again later because that's the Sunday night football game. But I actually aren't the Browns the worst team in that division? It's between the Steelers and the Browns, right? And aren't the Browns? I probably
would take the Browns over. I trust the Browns running and their defense is playing a little good right now. I don't know, man.
Talk to me after this week. After this week, then I think we'll have a better idea.
We'll all have a more confident answer.
Right.
But the truth is we won't, because all year it's been, we think we know something, and a month later we have no fucking idea.
Yeah. That's the nature of the fucking league. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a good problem.
Let's move on here. I want to make sure we get everything in. We got Vikings at 49ers, two of my teams that I kind of have tried to back all year, and they've both been.
I was interested in your pick, so you go first in this one.
I'm backing the Vikings in this one. I think the Vikings just have shown more in the last week than what the Niners have. The Niners have pulled out a couple wins, but not against a team like the Packers. Like we saw the Vikings take down the Packers last Sunday. So I think the Vikings can go in there, and if I'm getting 3 points against the Niners, those 3 points could be a deciding factor in this bet. I could see even if the Niners pull it out, they might win by 1 or 2.
That's where I'm at too, Matt. So
okay.
I also thought the over at 49 it's tempting, because it's like, man, this one could get to a point where it's like a 21 or 28-21 game, something like right around in there, where that's like intriguing as fuck. So
okay, you, Brad, what's your pick?
I'm taking San Fran. I like them.
Okay,
I think it's Shanahan's a better coach than Zimmer. It could come down to last possession, like
it is
a lot with the
Beavis
Vikings
and Butthead,
but
out there.
The big thing I think is Elijah Mitchell back, because then they, last week basically Deebo Samuel played running back, and he did a great job at it.
Yeah.
But
there was a play last week where Shanahan had fucking Deebo Samuel at running back, Jeff Wilson at wide receiver, Brandon Ayuk at tight end, and I think George Kittle was the other wide receiver while Ayuk was at tight end. I was like, wait, what? Well, I saw number 11 come out of a 3-point stance at the end of the line as a tight end. I was like, what the fuck? That's Brandon Ayuk playing tight end. I was like, what the hell's going on here? Yeah, the receiver, Brandon Ayuk. He had him in line playing tight end.
See, that's where Shanahan is really good and He's good, but when it counts, man, he shits the bed. But
that's why I like him, though, because at least he's creative. Like
you're back on it?
Yeah. I'm back on both of these teams now, because I hopped off both of these teams.
Oh my God. What's the
49ers?
Brad, the fucking fantasy football, the hype trade shit.
We need the little
There was a time when I refused to bet on either of these teams. Like, I'm talking real money bets, not our picks here on the podcast. I refused to bet on Shanahan. I refused to bet on Kirk Cousins.
Now I'm
back in on both of them. I can't. I'll back Kirk Cousins this week. I'll say that much. Let's move on.
It will be a good game. It's going to be a fun one to watch.
Another one that people may say is the game of the weekend. I disagree a bit. Rams are 1.5-point favorites in Green Bay. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Yeah.
It does. To me, that doesn't.
Didn't the Rams just get fucking smacked by the 49ers?
Yeah,
they both have lost their last two.
Everyone has a down.
No, the Packers won last week. No, the Packers lost to the Vikings. Before then, the Packers lost to the Chiefs. Yeah. So both of these games are on 2-game losing streaks.
Well, they didn't play the game in KC, but yeah, they still have played the Packers at least. This game, going in, I thought it would definitely be an even. Like I thought, even or 1.5 or 1 doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be a really good game, dude. I think it'll be. I had the Packers money line because it was, it was even. And
that's where you had it. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I'll give you.
And
that,
the over at 47. I mean, maybe it's supposed to be.
That's what I got. I got the over. This Rams Packers game just kind of like it might be a sucker bet, but it just screams over
shootout, dude. It screams shootout. Yeah. Even if they don't want it to be, eventually they're gonna have to ball out, and it'll just be. It's cool. We're getting an old Stafford Rodgers matchup again, where Stafford kind of has some weapons finally, and he gets to go into Lambeau, playing with guys around him that aren't. Not that he did. I mean, Calvin Johnson, but you know what I'm saying, dude. Like he went up there a lot, just getting their ass beat. So, my bad.
All right, Brad.
Went on there.
Rams -1.5. If you have this as a pick'em game, like Jimmy was saying, you can take that as well. But
no, I had the Rams at a solid point, but I'll still take the 1.5.
You'll do Rams covering 1.5.
Yeah. Again, I think it's better head coach. McVay is more aggressive than LaFleur.
Well,
LaFleur comes out and is very, very passive. And
you've been saying that all year. Yeah. That LaFleur just doesn't let Rodgers really do enough.
That's worked for him. They've been good with that. They're running the ball great this year. And I think that when you have Rodgers, then you can do that. He's just a beneficiary of it. The reason they've lost too, Aaron Jones got knocked out. He hasn't been playing. So you're throwing in new running backs. I think that what they're doing has worked, and they've won a lot of fucking games being passive or whatever. And you want to talk about passive, we can talk about fucking whatever the hell his name is from LA that went into a Super Bowl and didn't fucking score a touchdown.
I'm not talking about, you're going back to way back when. I'm talking about
it's the same coach. It's the same coach.
Yeah,
man.
and you don't think they change year to year? Andy Reid changes his mindset year to year. Green Bay lets teams hang around, and that's going to catch them in the ass. Same with the Ravens.
Here's why I like the Rams.
They won't win in Lambeau.
I like the Rams because LaFleur got McVay in the playoffs last year. They're good buddies. McVay is going to have a little bit extra for this one after losing in the playoffs to Green Bay.
I just put my money on Rodgers.
I like the Rams and the over. This is one of those rare parlays I'm going to do. I'm going to do Rams parlayed with the over 47. No. I don't have the number in front of me, but it's probably around plus
Packers money
180,
line,
plus 200.
I put my money on Rodgers over Stafford any day of the week.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. Sunday night football.
Defenses are underrated for sure.
They are, especially the Packers this year. Their defense is actually good, at least above average. Sunday night football, though, we got Browns at Ravens. Ravens 3.5-point favorites. It looks like Lamar is going to come back and play this week. Hollywood Brown is still a question mark from everything I've read.
He was limited.
I hope he plays. Brad, you're a Ravens fan. You get first crack. What's your pick?
I'm taking the Ravens 3.5.
Okay.
Shocker, right? It's just this is the healthiest their offense has been all season.
Yeah.
If Hollywood plays.
I will jump right there on board with you because I think Baker Mayfield is a fraud, and I'll take the Ravens winning by 3.5.
It's just a good matchup for Baltimore. You know, with you can beat them in the air, but it's tough to run on them.
Yeah. So. They are physical on defense. They might not have good coverage guys, but they can at least play pretty physical ball. That should do well for them against the Browns. And I'm just going to throw it out there, man. If Baker looks like shit again, like he did against Detroit last week, I know they won against Detroit, but Baker had some awful interceptions. If he does something like that again, and maybe takes a couple sacks where he looks banged up and he's hurting, this could be his last start of the season. They could go with Case Keenum after this because the Browns got a good enough team, man. Baker's the only thing really holding them back.
Baker's also the only
I hate
thing that
Baker more than most.
together.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like you're waiting for a response here, man. I'm like,
did you watch? I mean, did you watch any of the Lions game?
Did I watch the Browns Lions game? No, it didn't show up on Red Zone too much, and I didn't really go out of my way to find on crack streams the Browns and Lions game. My bad. Yeah. No, but I did see at the end that they got a win. I saw that. And really, that's all that matters. I don't give a shit if you win by 100 or what's he saying, Vin Diesel in the movie. It doesn't matter if it's by an inch or a mile.
By an inch or
a mile.
Winning's winning.
And he does the thing, but it's true, dude. And that's
you never had me. You never had your
car. You never had your car. Yes, dude. I like that. That would got all right. Yeah, but I'm saying, I think something's wrong with Baker and the fact that they're still getting dubs with him out there. He might not be great, but the way they play.
Not great is a little bit of an understatement.
Okay, that's fine.
He's not good. Think you got to give him a pass when he's dealing with three different injuries.
And he's hurt. That's what I was he's hurt like a motherfucker. I thought you were going to say
his ankle, his knee, and his shoulder.
But I thought you were talking about what's wrong with his receipt, like all the people around him too. It's like everyone around him gets hurt. They're on COVID, dude, like it. They got rid of like the guy that was supposed to be a game changer because he's a fucking head case. I mean, it was a good move in my opinion, but yeah, I think it's just tough to. I don't want to stand within fucking 3. And I'm gonna go then Browns 3 and plus 3.5. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The over is low, but I just don't trust.
I think Lamar just goes off. I think he finally is back a little. He's been in a funk.
Yeah. Right. Well, we were talking about teams that get going this time of year, and this is Lamar's time to. It's that time of year where Lamar kind of, not yet, but I mean, give it a month once the playoffs hit and stuff like that.
All right. Those are our 6 games. Let's get into locks of the week. We've been doing pretty decent on these as of late.
Nice.
Jimmy, I'll start off because you might have a good segue off my pick. I got Chargers -3 against your Denver Broncos, parlayed with the over. Adjusted over. I bought a point to get the over under down to 46.5. So Chargers -3 over 46.5 against your Broncos. That gives you plus 254. So my lock of the week, I'm locking it in right now and it's plus 254. You get a good number on that. Herbert looked incredible last week, aside from a couple bonehead plays.
Incredible.
Herbert is incredible, man.
Oh, he's incredible. Is he better? Yeah. Who's gonna make?
I don't know if it's him or Mahomes. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know between the two of them. I don't know who's the best quarterback of all time. The best
one of all time, right?
He's like Ron Jaworski. For everyone that around every 2 minutes.
For everyone that doesn't know this, and it's on record because Warhol, we were there.
Is it on record?
Well, it is because I recorded it.
Mental record.
Yes, exactly. When you got 2 mental capacities, like yeah, dude, well, I don't even know what that is. But what the fuck did the duck? But dude, he said Mahomes was the best quarterback of all time.
I said he was the best quarterback I've ever seen in my lifetime.
That's true. Even with highlights, all that shit.
Yep.
So, all right, that's that. I want that to be out there.
Yep.
Now, with that being said, I like that lock of the week though. It's a good pick. 46 is doable. We could put that up we could get our share in that.
I think the Broncos are going to run the ball a good amount. They'll be able to score points.
And we can get our share
field goal range a good amount of time.
Exactly, dude. And maybe get a touchdown or two. The Broncos aren't playing terrible, man. We're just not. We're not great. We're not good. Like we're good. Yep. We're not even good. We're just middle of the pack. But my money line
in the hunt.
My lock of the week is going to be the Eagles in the Meadowlands or wherever the hell they are now.
They're favored by what? Is it 3.5?
3.5.
Yeah. I'm doing the money line. Well, no, I can't do that in the lock then. Can I do the money line?
You can. No, for lock of the week, you can do Eagles money line.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be something safe.
I will say, too, they put up 40 points, I think, against Denver or whatever last week. And the over-under is 45 against the Giants, which is pretty low. So if anyone likes that, too, it might be a good one.
I got something on that game later. Brad, lock of the week. What do you got?
Texans. I'm trusting Tyrod.
Texans.
He eliminated Jimmy last week. But the Jets are talking about playing Zach Wilson again, and all we've seen from him is interceptions and sacks. He's terrible. So I think that almost helps the cause for the Texans.
The Texans defense is actually like at least average. Like I wouldn't use the word good, but the Texans defense hasn't gotten like smoked in a lot of these games. Not a lot of people like run away with the games because the Texans are just giving up points and yards. They've kept them in enough games. They can handle Zach Wilson.
Yeah, but
Tyrod just brings a different energy.
Yeah. So we gotta. I want to hold on, Jimmy. Let's skip it because I want to make sure we get all this in here. Yeah.
Get away from the damn Texans.
Dogs of the week. Let's go through here real quick because we got a timer here. You guys can see it. Yeah. Dog of the week. I got the Giants and the Vikings to both win. That's plus 525. The Giants beat the Eagles. The Vikings beat the 49ers. That's a plus 525 underdog parlay. That'll cash. That's guaranteed to cash.
That'll cash. I'm speaking it into existence.
What were the two teams?
The Giants and the Vikings.
Oh, okay.
The Giants beat the Eagles. The Vikings beat the Niners. Plus 525 is a very tasty.
No, that's obviously.
I don't love the Giants dog bet though. I think the Eagles are playing good right now.
Yeah, it's just one of those kind of go against the grain picks with a division game. So
that's what you could call it.
Yep.
Dog of the week, Colts plus 3.
You motherfucker.
It's not a bad dog though. I mean,
Colts plus 3. We'll see. I don't like the pick. Don't like the pick. Brad, what do you got?
I hate doing it, but I gotta give.
I got the Panther or did I look at that? Miami. Sorry, Miami against the Panthers.
Yeah,
the Panthers,
Miami at home is a dog against the Panthers, which is strange.
Yeah, 2.5-point dog, and Tua since he's come in has looked great. He looked great last week. He came in the third quarter against the Ravens and sealed the win. So I don't know. It's a young team. Good coach.
All right. Fantasy player or matchup, Jimmy. I'll let you start here.
I like
Deebo Samuel. He's been on a fucking
against
tear.
Minnesota. They gave up a huge week to Devontae last week. He had 2 touchdowns, and the way they're using him, like you talked about earlier, backfield, whatever. He's an athlete, dude. I don't know. It's rare you see kind of a guy like that can make plays just wherever. Put the ball in his hands and. He just makes plays. He is an athletic freak. He's so fast, but he's big too, man. And so even if you give him a screen or an end around, whatever, I think. And fantasy-wise, you get in the end zone a few times, and I think that game's going to be a high-scoring one. So
okay.
Doesn't he play bigger? He's like 6'1", 200.
He just looks bigger.
It's like it was hard to believe.
He runs so fast. It looks like fucking Anquan Bolden or something. But
it is very Anquan Bolden like.
Yeah, but just sprinting like fast. Like
he's probably a little bit quicker than Anquan was.
That's what I mean. It's like him,
same type of player.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He's just a good player. So
okay,
he
Brad,
hasn't had to be depended on but yeah, I like
Brad. Let's go to you. Fantasy player this week.
I'm going Antonio Gibson against Seattle. He's kind of gotten healthy finally. He gets a ton of volume, targets and carries. And Seattle got torched. I mean, Connor had his way with him last week. Dylan went for 128 and 2 the week before. So it's like, Seattle's a mess right now.
I think that's a good read. The Seahawks defense is not very good. Even against the Bucs defense, actually, Gibson has probably been the running back who had the most success against the Buccaneers that I've seen all year. So
that's impressive.
Going against a team like the Seahawks, he could rip off a couple big ones. I'm taking kind of a shot in the dark on a fantasy player this week. I'm going to go with Saquon Barkley, kind of with like a comeback week this week against the Eagles.
That a lot. I like that
Saquon got his feet wet last week. Yeah. Maybe now his second game returning from injury, he can rip off a few big plays.
That's a good pick.
And like I said, kind of an unpredictable one, but one that we could see hit.
Right on.
And then let's close it out here with our favorite before we get into Thanksgiving trivia.
Drum roll,
first red zone touchdown.
Drum roll.
I should have had a
First red zone touchdown. I'm going with a Buccaneer. I'm going with fucking Mike Evans.
Mike Evans. I knew it.
Was a ton of touchdowns. Let's go.
You should just do it every week.
I looked at dude. I looked at it and I go, man, Matt's gonna take that one. I'm not even looking at Mike Evans, dude.
So Jimmy, who do you got?
First red zone TD. I have Cordero Patterson. And I just think
against the Jags.
Yeah, kind of the way we talked about. Now he's questionable, so that's barring he plays. If not, I'm just throwing out John Taylor, but that's just obvious. So I want Cordero Patterson. That's my pick, man. But I did see earlier he was questionable, and I didn't know that.
Okay.
So.
All right. Brad, what about you?
I've gone this route before. I'm going again. Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown. He already has 8 this year. The Giants are a mess.
I had Devonta Smith as my third on here in case one.
That'd be a good one too.
So, yeah, man. Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
Because I could just see that starting the day. A bomb to them.
They're one of the teams that scores the most in the first quarter. Like they come out and play pretty well right away. Like we talked about some slower teams that they're a faster one.
I got an idea, or Matt. I don't know what you're gonna, but since we got some time, dude, let's all go through and look up a defense.
Yeah,
write down a defense that you think could get the first.
Dude, without even looking one up, I'll take the Buccaneers defense because Carson Wentz at any time is capable of starting a game and just throwing some fucking lollipop up there for Devin White or Levante to pick off and house.
How much time do we got?
I'll take the Bucs defense. We got 2 minutes here.
Okay.
So let's do this every week. Let's take, actually, if none of these hit this week, let's all start bringing 2 picks to the table.
A player, and then a defense.
It is tough. A player and then a defense,
maybe. Yeah, but either way, we could talk about this when we're not here.
Yeah,
but yeah. I like Carolina against Miami. Actually, I don't mind that. That's at noon because I'm looking noon games. We're still talking red zone for this, correct?
That's right.
Yeah, I'll go Carolina at Miami.
Okay.
But somebody could flip that and go Miami at Carolina. Yeah.
I'm surprised neither of you brought it. I'm Patriots.
Pats.
Tannehill on a little slant pick, right? First play of the game, possibly.
Yeah, that's true. That just is what they do.
That's a boring pick, too. Like, you're going a little more creative with Panthers.
I could also see Tannehill trying to throw a screen pass on the first drive of the game and it getting tipped up and somebody else comes in and houses it.
Just coming in knowing he's trying to do too much.
I'll tell you what. Let's call it that part 1 there. We got Thanksgiving trivia when we come back. I have 2 football-related questions and then 5 other questions that have nothing to do with football. Have a little bit to do with Thanksgiving.
Nice. Oh, fuck. No. Damn. Oh, no, dude. All right. We'll be back for you. That's fucked up, dude.
Yep.
I gave him this idea, man. I told him
call it there.
something.
Jimmy, when's the last time you've won a trivia week? Have you?
Fuck you, man.
He had one.
We'll see.
He had one.
We'll see.
Then he put together like 3 weeks worth of questions. Remember?
That's right. Yeah.
No, I put them all together from the beginning. I've just never been able to use them.
All right. I'll see y'all in a sec.
All right.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.